want to talk about grief. And I'm not talking about the grief of when you lose somebody who had passed away, but grieving the life that you used to have before God. When you follow God, your life kind of goes in a 180, just completely different. And you have to let go of what was. So the plans you had for yourself, because God's plans are greater. Or even the visions that you had for yourself, because you have no idea what God is doing. Or even the friendships that you had, or the relationship you went through, where it's not going where God is taking you, so you have to let it go. And there's a grieving process that happens. And we welcome the Lord in that grieving process, and He gives you, He's so graceful, where He'll give you this period in time that allows you to grieve this process, and you welcome Him in it. But I want to talk about, there has to come a time where you have to stop mourning and trusting in the Lord and walking by faith. And the part that got me realizing this, and I found this verse in the midst of my grief, was in 1 Samuel chapter 16. There was this time where Samuel had anointed Saul to become king. And then Saul disobeyed God. So God said, I don't want him to be king anymore. I'm going to choose another king. And then David kind of came along. But before that, Samuel had to grieve Saul. He felt so bad for Saul. And he really had to mourn him. So he did this for a time, and then God spoke to him and said, how long are you going to mourn for Saul? So I had to ask myself in this grieving process, how long am I going to mourn? And then it convicted me. So I had to drive even further into the Lord and trust Him that He knows what He is doing. And His plans are greater than I can ever imagine, even though I can't see it yet. I just know He is working within me. So I just want to encourage you to keep seeking in the Lord in your grieving process. But there has to come a time where your faith has to be bigger than your grief. And I pray that this encourages somebody who is finding in the Lord and trusting Him in this process. And He is a good, good God. God bless you. I love you, and thanks for watching.